Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for being here today on another fabulous version of Woamtec Live. I'm Kathleen Hawkins, your proud president and founder of Woamtec and your host today. So I'm just so excited. First, I need to tell you that the song that you just heard, the introductory song, was by a very dear friend of mine, Karen Williams, who will be performing here at First Baptist Church of Orlando at the end of September. And her new CD just came out. It's in Christian bookstores all across America. So I am so proud of you, Karen. If you haven't heard her song, Courage to Dream, you can find it on Woamtec, on the Woamtec YouTube channel, and you can also Google it as well. She created Courage to Dream as a way to empower and inspire our Woamtec members. So she's not only a friend, but she's a supporter, and she's an amazing woman that is making a difference with the gift that God has given her, her musical talent. So please support her. Log on and check it out. Everybody else, I am so excited to tell you that we've got great things happening across America. Texas is on fire. If any of our Texas members are watching today, Kiki is doing an incredible job. Martha is doing a fabulous job as well. And we have 3 new chapters opening in Texas soon between now, October, and January of the new year. So Texas, you're doing phenomenal things, and I'm so proud of you. Jory Fisher, if you're online right now, I just want to give you a shout out and say thank you so much for the incredible radio interview that you did the other day with me. It was a pleasure to be your guest, and I have gotten some sensational feedback from people across America that have heard the show and that are just inspired by your wealth of knowledge, inspired by my personal testimony, and inspired by the business information that we were able to share that day. So thank you, girlfriend. Kudos for everything that all of our directors and members are doing in Maryland. Now, today we've got 3 fabulous people that all happen to be from here in Central Florida, but I want you to know that if you have knowledge, a talent, a gift, something that you would like to share with members across the United States, we are always looking for amazing women and a few good men to connect with and to help inspire, educate, motivate, shed light on people's lives, help and empower their business, just truly make a difference in people across America, nationwide. So please connect with me, and we can tune you in via Skype. We can actually have a live interview with you via Skype, and you can participate in these shows as well. So make sure that you connect with me. Make sure I connect with you. Speaking of that, have you done your business assessment lately with Woamtec? The business assessment is an annual 1-hour consultation where I just get to know you a little bit better. And you know, I can tell you most of the people that I asked to be on the show, I asked to be on the show because I've gotten to know you through that assessment report. So that 1 hour of your time follows up with a 5 to 15-page assessment report, a blueprint to give you everything you need to take your business to the next level, to just empower yourself to continue to grow, to hear another person's opinion, to make a difference in your business, and to keep your personal growth reaching a new, greater level month after month, year after year, because that's what it's all about. You know, in Woamtec, you're in business for yourself perhaps, but you're definitely not in business by yourself, because it's our goal to connect not only city to city, chapter to chapter, but all together across the nation. And we're going to be doing that this October, on October 3rd and 4th here in Orlando, Florida at the Confident Woman Conference. It's going to be an amazing event with hundreds upon hundreds of people, 30 incredible vendors so far. We actually are doing something a little bit different, and we are going to have a passport for the Go Light Your World conference, and everybody will get a passport. And if you complete the passport and complete the journey across the conference tour, you will actually be eligible to win hundreds of dollars worth of prizes. We will be giving away over $1,000 worth of prizes altogether to members that will be participating. It's only $39. It includes a fashion show, lunch, 4 amazing keynote speakers, a breakout session of your choice, a silent auction to support women that are suffering with cancer, breast cancer. So please come on out. It's an investment that will make a difference not only in your life, but again in your business. That's what we're all about. So today I'd like to start by trying to help bring that difference to fruition for you by introducing you to 2 incredible people. These people are going to talk to us a little bit about how to infuse nutrition into our technology. You know, how do you fuel your technology and drive your business by really making a difference by using the tools that are available for us today? So first, I'd like to introduce Amanda Andrews and her husband Voltaire. Thank you so much for being here today. I'm excited to have you here. Amanda is our new Smyrna Beach chapter director, and you just had an incredible meeting today with what, 27 people in attendance?
I'm not sure of the numbers because I left a little bit early, but we were up there for our SVPs at 27, so I'm not sure what the final number for attendance, but each month it just seems to grow and grow, so we're super excited in New Smyrna Beach.
Well, and you're doing an incredible job, so thank you very much for that. First, tell us a little bit about who you are and a little bit about your business.
Well, I started with Woamtec 4 or 5 years ago in New Smyrna Beach because I'm in technology, Valor Bound Technologies with my husband, and wanted to network and business build, and just had my children and kind of needed an out that I wasn't ready to go back full time, but I also needed something to kind of ease in, and that was a great way for me to, a softer connection to start networking and business building.
And I know you're the marketing side of Valor
Yes.
Bound, and I know that it's an incredible company because I've personally met and talked to both of you about your business, and I've seen some of the other websites that you've done. How has Woamtec, from a director's perspective, how has Woamtec fueled your business by using it to market both together?
Well, it's given me a team of people across the country that I can connect with, from social media to marketing materials to coaching. And so it's been able to take my current skill set and elevate that into just leaps and bounds as far as personal experience to grow my own business, and also those relationships that I would not have at a connection with those people had I not been in Woamtec. So it's not just my local chapter, but it's been much bigger than that for me as a director.
That's awesome, and I'm so glad you shared that, but I want to meet your husband because I want to
Yes.
add to that.
Yes,
But
yes.
Voltaire's sitting here, and I don't want to neglect you. Thank you so much for being here today. Tell us a little bit about Valor Bound and your role as far as technology is concerned.
Well, I'm the creative director, and we do website design, and we try to help businesses understand that marketing today is through mobile media. It's no longer through paper. It's no longer through the newspaper. Even though some businesses still struggle to advertise there, it's all through mobile media now. Everything goes through your phone, everything goes through your iPad or your Android pad or your computer first before it goes anywhere else.
You know, I used to teach marketing and business courses years ago for a university. Years ago. Like I learned Lotus 1, 2, 3 and DOS, if that kind of puts it in perspective. I'm ancient. No. Anyways, when I taught marketing and business courses, I know that things were so different then
Yes.
as far as how to market in your business. And I know a lot of people are probably at a point in their career where they're looking at, okay, how do I work the social media? How do I connect LinkedIn and Twitter and Facebook? And how do I, use the YouTube channel? And how do I get testimonies? And how do I increase my search engine optimization? I mean, just thinking about all that stuff makes me tired, and it can be very overwhelmed. So
Yes.
what I mainly want to talk about, and I have several questions for you both, and Amanda, please do chime in, because I know you hear what the clients are struggling with,
Right.
and I think that's important.
Right.
But what I mainly want our members to really know is how important it is to use technology and automation to make everything communicate together. So it's not working more, but it's working less, it's working smarter. So can you talk to me about how technology has changed the way businesses market?
Yes. Technology is, the way that IT or information technology is working today is the fact that, for example, your website alone, your website reaches the global market. It reaches everyone on the planet. When standard paper or mail marketing only reaches who you send it out to, or the local area. Now you have the ability to, for example, Facebook. If you like something on Facebook or post something on Facebook and your followers like this, it then spreads out to the first level. It's the algorithm is actually a 16% algorithm. So it goes out to the first 16%, and then if they like what they see there, it goes to their 16% and their 16% and so forth. So that one post that you put there is an unlimited trigger across multiple clients or customers that are just waiting to see what you have to offer.
So when you're talking to clients about social media, search engine optimization, creating their website, is it just, let's do your website where we have this business page and this product page and this information page? Or is it, let's talk about your marketing activity and how to bring everything together? Because like search engine optimization, if you're not filling out everything you put underneath your YouTube video, you're missing some things. If you're not filling out your profile completely on LinkedIn, you're missing some things. So do you talk about all of those features and how to bring them all together?
Yes, everything. And the number one overlooked feature of everything you're doing for your marketing right there is your domain name itself. Most people buy a domain name that has to do with their company name. For example, let's say pool repair, okay? Instead of buying pool repair in ormondbeach.com, they're buying A1, John Smith or .com. When people Google search your website or Google search a service, they're actually looking for the service and they're looking for the area that it's in. So if you own, for example, pool repair ormondbeach.com, you're going to rank far higher than you will, a1poolservices.com.
Okay, note to self, Jeff, over there in production, you need to purchase Women Business Organization. No, just kidding. Write that down. Thank you. The tip for the day that you needed to learn, that's awesome. I think that that's very important because you don't often associate those keywords. And if people don't type in, for example, Woamtec, which is hard, sometimes for them to do if we're going into a brand new state, that does make a lot of sense. So that little tip.
Your YouTube videos, you have your Facebook posts, you have your products in your shopping cart that most people overlook. Most people will put a product dimension or a product description, but all of those pieces need to be SEO'd correctly. Basically, your meta keywords need to be put in there, and links to other products or other areas of your website. Because when Google hits your website, if you have a page of lists of services, and you actually made a page of every one of your services, and also a page for all of your products, and inside of a product, you're linking to other products that you would like to sell. Well, when Google hits that, or someone searches that and they look at that page, when Google reads that, it's reading the link that's inside the product description and leading to other products that you never would have sold unless you've linked that same product or those products within that first product's description. YouTube has all your meta tags. You need to meta tag your YouTube videos as well. If you don't do that, then your YouTube videos aren't being found.
Let me ask you a question about that, because so many times people, they may not realize what a meta tag is, they may not realize what a keyword is, but they also may not realize what an SEO company can do for you. So my question to you would be, if you know the keywords, because I think you need programmers to help you optimize it, but I also think you need to know people to tell you what those keywords need to be. You have to. Some people are creative enough that they may be able to figure it out, but you sometimes need copywriters or people to help you identify those. Yes. What are you hiring an SEO person for?
You're hiring an SEO person for is you're hiring them to go through your website and make sure that you've looked at every aspect and every corner of internet real estate and seen that it's meta tagged correctly. Basically, these keywords need to be placed throughout your products, throughout your pages, throughout the back end of your website, through all of your social media as well. And if they're not all there, then your website isn't 100% SEO'd.
And let me just add to that. Part of paying someone for the SEO is paying for advertising so that customers are actually saying to you when they come into the door or they shop on your cart, I found you here. And you want, basically, when you pay for that monthly SEO, it's not only just that you're on the front page of Google Analytics or that you're found that way, but you really want that customer coming in and saying, I specifically found you by this search. And so then you can feel the money that you've invested in that SEO is paying for itself. And the more your customers you get doing that, the more you can invest in SEO, and it'll pay for itself if it's done right.
We've worked on sites that in the middle of working on websites, we've had calls to our number asking for the service that we're working on their website.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Amanda, when you're dealing with clients, what is one of the biggest disconnects that you see small businesses face when they come with their website? What is their biggest mistake, their biggest challenge, their biggest struggle that you find needs to be corrected? And sometimes you need to sell them on the importance of it needing to be corrected, or you need to educate them on the difference that it would make.
Right. Well, when we first started with websites, it was a calling card, it was a phone number. And so it's moved, if someone bought a website and that's what they have, a great front page, and it's the only thing that's there is their phone number and their location, and you're trying to talk them from that, it's really an integrated system of your LinkedIn, your Facebook, your YouTube, your products, your services, your cart. And so the challenge I face is communicating that, and yet the customer not feeling overwhelmed. Can this be done? Can this new program be coded this way? Can we integrate this in and make this work? And sometimes it feels like, well, you can't do that. But really you can. It's a lot more easier than customers think. And it's just working with the right web company and the right programmers that it should be really streamlined. It is a process, and a website is never done. I like to make sure that clients know that it's something that you evolve as your company evolves.
The two top that you're asking about would be the design, as in per design flow. So when someone lands on your website, do they know where they're going? Do they know how to reach what they're looking for quickly? A lot of times a web designer will just throw a whole bunch of stuff up for SEO purposes, okay, because the more content you have, the better your SEO. And their site will look cluttered. And someone will get there, they don't know what to do, and they'll move it to someone else who's more simple. Okay, so the first thing is your design. And second is the SEO. The SEO has to be strategically placed throughout the website so it's aesthetically pleasing and it's effective.
Okay, now when you're dealing with clients, do they have control over being able to manipulate their site? Because I still meet a lot of people that every time they want even the smallest change on their website, they have to call their designer, and that can kind of, you know, put you in a bind. That can kind of be not only cumbersome but financially strapped. And then you don't make changes because it's too hard to change out a picture. It's too hard to update the information, and then you start to look dated.
Well, what we find is we always give our clients a CMS, a content management system. Okay, they're able to log in, they can do any edits they want, they can upload their own photographs, they can change their font, their copy anytime they want. They can turn pages on and off, they can turn ads on and off, and they can meta tag or SEO any way they like because it's built into the system where they just simply open up a field, they type in what they want, they type in their keywords, they hit save, and they're done. It takes a matter of minutes.
And another thing to that is that we've always offered free training as part of our packages. It's not something that we bill extra. And I think one of our strongest suits is working with companies that have someone already in that position that we can come alongside and train and give them the skill sets that they need to elevate the code and the programming to do those changes and those updates. And we can tell really quickly whether that's going to work or if it's something that we need to go back and say, it would be better for you to buy a package and do updates every other month or do updates 3 times a week, depending on what their business is and then what are the most effective updates from that point.
Okay, very good. Now, what about, I'm finding that a lot of people do a lot of the same things over and over and over again, and what I have learned, and I think it's a game changer for me, because as most of you know, my husband and I ran a very successful photography studio for nearly 20 years before the birth of Woamtec, and things that I've learned now and how they're helping me become a better business person, it's kind of like arming me with tools that I never knew were existed before as a small business person. But what I've discovered is anything that you do more than once, anything that you're sending out, you like really to look at what type of programming can be created and how you can use your website as the vehicle to kind of create that program to automate things more. Are you finding that, like, instead of looking for the perfect software to work with your company, it's sometimes easier to create a software and kind of tie it in with your website? I mean, do you see where I'm going? Okay.
Both.
Well, you
We
see
get
businesses
more and
do that.
more projects now. We were talking about this on the way here. I'm calling my coders more and more with tasks that sometimes it's above my level of understanding, and sometimes it just seems like, why didn't I think of that? There needs to be a code, there needs to be a program for this. So it's a little bit of both. They're getting more technical. Customers are very intelligent, and they're figuring out that there's a system in place that we can create, and if not, how much does it cost to create it? Because the time it's going to save me on the back end is going to be worth it.
We go with what's more cost efficient for the client.
Correct.
If there's something that we can find where the code's already done and we can put it into their system, then that's a lot more effective for them. Costs them less, we can have it done a lot faster. If we have to code it from scratch, then we code it from scratch.
Okay. Amanda, you said something about a business card, like in the beginning, websites were kind of like your business card. It was kind of like the way to do the, if I could, would you close by showing them pictures, you know, because you weren't using the flip chart that you used, you know, years ago.
Yeah.
So in that situation, I do run into people, and a lot of our membership base may be people that work for another company. I just talked to somebody that did financial services, and her company has a website. So I had to really focus on, okay, you want to build your brand as an authoritative expert figure in your community. So you still need to have some sort of electronic identity, you know, for Google to find. I have a rule of thumb that if I Google somebody, if I Googled you, okay, you're a director, if you don't come up in a Google search in some way, somehow, then you're not the level of success or connected enough for us to be a leader in your community. So you must have done well. Congratulations. Or congratulations
Yeah,
that you
really.
made that happen, which is really important. So how well do you Google? Do you have a landing page? Like if you work for a company that may have a website, but you may have to type in, let's just say Mary Kay Cosmetic, and it's / Betty Lord Hillman, and all of this stuff, you have to type in all this stuff. Sometimes it's easier to create that business card landing page and then a link to the company website with Mary Kay, for example, or another company. Are you capable of doing something like that? Okay, and if we have an entrepreneur or direct sales association person that's watching us live today, can you kind of give me, if it's just 1 or 2 pages, like a bio page and a landing page, ballpark, could you guess at what kind of investment that might be?
Well, we're on an hourly or a contract basis.
Okay.
Normally, if we're going to do a sub-site or a sub-page for somebody, 1, 2, 3 pages, $95. It's really inexpensive.
Okay, so thank you for saying that. I've gotten quotes as high as like $400 or $500 from people. So, but $95 if you don't have some sort of page where you're going to come up in search engine rankings, where you're going to come up in a Google search, your name, because it's your brand. And I'm not saying that you're going to change and go to work for another company in the future, but you never know, and you still want to be searchable, and you still want to be that authoritative figure in your community. So. The days of not being Googleable, is that a word? I don't even know, are gone. You have to Googled. Okay, I've been Googled officially. So thank you so much for being here today. Thank you so much for doing a stellar job in New Smyrna Beach, sharing some tips. If you have any questions for Voltaire or Amanda, please feel free to ask us, and we will make sure we get those answers to you. Or link directly to Amanda by going to woamtec.com, and you can go to New Smyrna Beach and type in Amanda in our search engines, or you can find her on Facebook as well, because I know she's a member of our Woamtec page. So tell us again your website, just in case anybody wants to check it out and see what you do.
We have two websites. I'm sorry.
That's
we
okay.
have valorbound.com, and we have, if you do a Google search for website design, Daytona Beach will be #1. That's actually the domain name.
Okay, that's the tip of the day I think we got from
That
you,
was
is
the
making
tip,
sure
yep.
the website Daytona Beach, okay? We're going to make that happen. Nobody better buy this through GoDaddy before I get done with this live broadcast, so you're going to be in trouble. Thank you so much for being here. It was a pleasure again. You know, I mentioned the conference before we met with Voltaire and his beautiful wife Amanda, and I talked a little bit about the conference and how important it was that we had your presence. We've got people coming from Texas, from Arizona, from across the United States that will be part of this magnificent event. 2 great days of empowering, fun fact, educational fun from amazing speakers. Wait till you see what our finale is going to be and what our opening show is going to be. They're both going to be incredible events. Now, if for some reason you can't make it, but you're a Woamtec member watching live right now, I do want to let you know that you have the capability of sending us any marketing piece, any promotional item, any coupon, any gift certificate, anything your heart desires. You have the capability of sending that to us. We need at least 250 to 300 copies sent to the corporate office by the end of September. So if you want to get your name out there and be promoted amongst 300 people that you didn't know before today, make sure you send us your corporate materials. You can find our address on woamtec.com, of course. The other thing I wanted to mention is we are doing a silent auction for Compassionate Hands, which is a nonprofit supported by one of our speakers, Vanessa Eccles, and we're going to be doing a silent auction for her, and we're currently looking for silent auction gift certificates. So we're looking for people that want to donate a piece of jewelry, that want to donate a massage gift certificate, that want to, offer something to help brighten somebody's day. The last silent auction we did at the last conference, we raised over $1,000. So woohoo, that helped Habitat for Humanity, and we would love your generosity to make a difference in the lives of somebody that's struggling with breast cancer right now, and just help empower them with a little bit of love and support. So send it your way as soon as you possibly can. Again, the conference is October 3rd and October 4th. Now, for all you local people, I am excited to tell you that we have also planned another very fun event on October 25th. Mark your calendar now. From 6 to 8, we have a free networking social event at Connolly's Pub. Some of you may have remembered we did an event there once before, a year ago this month, and we're going to have a little bit of fun with that. It's a free event. There's going to be food. There's going to be $2 wines, $3 beers. It's going to be a lot of fun from 6 to 8. The last event we had about 150 people in attendance, and the great thing about it is it is a food drive for the Sharing Center. So please bring a canned good or a non-perishable item, and you will be able to enter free. And to make it even more fun, it's October 25th. Now, it's not about Halloween, but sometimes we just like to dress up a little bit. So the networking portion of this event, we're going to do a little bit different. You have to come in something that fits your career, your passion, or your personality. And we will have prizes for the best dressed costumes. So if you're a massage therapist, wear scrubs. If you're Effie, then maybe wear an apron. If you're a photographer, bring a camera. But we want to start the conversation by being creative and wearing something that's going to sell us what your profession is, what your personality is, your hobby is, and help you network and connect in an entirely new way. Speaking of massage gift certificates, and speaking of someone that's dressed as a massage therapist, welcome, CJ. Thank you so much for being here today.
Hi, thanks so much. Well, I'm not the massage therapist. I'm all about food, but my partner is the massage therapist, Sai Sugita, and he is absolutely amazing. I'll leave it at that.
I've heard
come
great
out,
things.
check him out.
Okay, well tell us a little bit about Healing. Well, tell us about your company. Like, what does
Healing
your company do?
Revolutions Massage and Wellness. We opened April 1st, right here in Altamont Springs in Florida, and it's an amazing opportunity, I think, because we tried to start this business out in California, and it was a little slow starting there. And here, I think there's more people that are really up and excited about holistic health. And that's important. Nutrition, massage therapy. A lot of people think of massage as more for relaxation or for something to pamper yourself with, when actually it's a form of detoxing and actually releasing the muscles. A lot of athletic personalities, they get massages on a daily basis, because they work out hard, so they need to relax as well. But we like to keep everything flushed out. Sai actually specializes in reflexology, medical, sports massage, and deep tissue.
Wow.
And with the reflexology portion, he actually goes into your feet and can kind of, at the end of it, give you a little assessment of what may be going on with your body. And then he brings them to me. And then I get to talk to him about nutrition or something that might help with that, such as inflammation, going with maybe an anti-inflammatory diet or some type of cleanse.
Well, let's talk about that. I haven't had a massage there yet, but I'm very excited to do so. If someone were to go in there, what are some of the things that he might be able to determine from a reflexology perspective, and that he might come back and say, okay, CJ, this is what we're dealing with, and what would you suggest? Like, let's just give me an example.
First of all, we do not cure anything there. I have to make sure I state that. We are not medical doctors. However, on the holistic side, he can assess, based off of the reflexology points in your feet, if there's something off balance within your, say, colon or kidneys, liver, digestive tract, heart. And those are the 5 main ones that we see a lot of those types of build-up things on, is within those particular areas.
Okay. Talk to me a little bit about nutrition. What do you like to talk about the most?
Oh, see, you'll have me here all afternoon. You want to talk about that. Food is really important. A lot of people don't understand how important food is to your body. And you are what you eat. I think if you remember that Schoolhouse Rock, you are what you put in your body. And it's important that we all really do truly understand that, and that we do pay attention to what is going on around us when it comes to food. Within your community, really getting in and growing your own food is a big, big deal. It's starting to take the nation by storm again, thanks to the president's wife, of course. But I grew up on a farm, and I didn't know how good I had it until now. And I really appreciate my family now more so than ever, because I understand the importance of the good food that we actually had access to back then, that did not have all the pesticides and herbicides and things like that, that were organic, and including the meat. We didn't do all these crazy hormones and things that we're putting in our food that is negatively affecting our bodies.
So let's talk about that, because you mentioned raw food workshops that you do, and I think that's really cool. And all of our Wisconsin gals that are watching, I know that because we've got organic farmers, and we've got dairy people, we've got all kinds of amazing. I have to create new categories all the time, and I'm like, what is this? I think we got a beekeeper in
That's
Wisconsin
awesome.
too. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I love it.
It's pretty cool. But when you mentioned raw food, I'm like, okay, what's raw food? Like, I was thinking it was celery and carrots, and it's like, how can I go to a class, and what am I going to learn to do? Talk to me a little bit about what your raw food workshops entail.
Raw food is actually a really fun way to eat your salad.
Okay.
I like to say that because we actually create some really interesting dishes. We do, like desserts, for instance. You can do an entire cheesecake made out of nothing but nuts, seeds, and fruits and vegetables. Vegetables here or there, your avocado. But we also do a lot of like Mexican style stuff, tacos, and you use a dehydrator, a food processor, and a high-speed blender. I mean, that's basically your utensils that you use in the kitchen. You create a lot of snacks that way. We do kale chips, which is a really big deal right now. And the importance of that is, let's say you're going to take a box of cereal or a box of pasta, and you plant that in the ground. What do you get? You're going to get mold. You're not going to get anything. There's no life in that food. However, I will say that when you have an apple or a mango or something of that nature that are higher in enzymes, it's a living food. You plant that in the ground, you're going to get a mango or an apple tree, So that's what we want to feed ourselves, is living food, because our body lives off of that. And you'll see the difference in your skin, your hair, your nails, the whole 9 yards. So by teaching these classes, we're able to educate people more on the exciting opportunities that are out there with these foods. we make a hummus out of almonds instead of out of chickpeas.
Okay.
So we do some really creative things.
I love the fact that Effie is going to be following up with you because she's going to
I
teach us the
know.
exact opposite of everything. I know she's cringing over there. You're going to be cringing over here when she's doing her show. But you know what? I can't wait to try
Just
that
stay away
buffalo
from
chicken.
the Diet Coke, Kathleen.
Okay, I didn't have water is in my coffee cup. Water, people. I get it. Well, you know what? Tell them. Why don't you take a moment for all of you Diet Coke lovers that are out there today? Why don't you take a moment and tell them why you're anti-Diet Coke?
This is my public service announcement for the day. Time to get serious. No, it's really important that you stay away from aspartame products. And aspartame, you would be really surprised, are in a lot of products. Do your research on your own if you want. But aspartame is it really reacts negatively in your system in two ways. One, they've done research now where they've seen it affecting actually your brain cells in a negative way. But the biggest thing is that it actually causes you to be hungry. And when you, which is kind of interesting because you find aspartame in a lot of the diet products, the light yogurts and obviously your sodas and things like that. So stay away from aspartame and high fructose corn syrup. Those are two very negative things in your system. I don't care how many commercials go on television telling you that a little bit is okay. Your body does not know how to utilize it. And we've got such a high rate of obesity in children and adults, and a lot of the children now are getting type 2 diabetes. It's really bad.
Wow.
And so stay away from these two products as much as you can. We didn't realize it was in a lot of gums that you find on the shelf as well.
Wow, that's amazing. Also very scary at the exact same time. You know, thank you so much for sharing that with me, and I'll start definitely reading that and using it as much as I can, because those little tips and how it affects your life and how it affects, you know, your children's lives, I think are
Right.
super, super important. So it's really about being real and being healthy. And you know, it's funny because it makes you hungry and it's in so many diet foods, there could have been a boardroom conspiracy somewhere. You know, you never know. I'm just saying, someone may be up to something.
That's a whole
Now-
other conversation.
Exactly.
Kathleen.
Not
We'll
on
work
camera
that.
and definitely not live, which is important. Now, I want to talk about this because I think this is very cool. You make your own tea. And I think this was the number one reason why I wanted you on the show today, because we have lots of people that do, that teach holistic care, you know, across the nation. It's
Right.
very much a part of who America is becoming. I want to know about the teas that you make and how they benefit us.
Sure. Well, first of all, I want to say the one thing I really love about the holistic, what I consider the holistic medical community, is that they're not competitive. A lot of them are very, like, I came here and the first thing I would do is find a local herbalist and say, you know, hey, can you walk me around and I'll pay you, but can you show me the local, flora around here that has medicinal purposes? And they're happy to do that. You know, you just don't have that type of competition. It's camaraderie is what it is. And so it's interesting because they want to know what type of, formulas you come up with and vice versa. So you start like exchanging, recipes, if you will, and it's a lot of fun. And I started the teas because I am a big tea drinker. I love tea. And I had borderline type 2 diabetes about 7 years ago, and was able to get it completely under control and get off the medication within 3 months, all on food, exercise, and herbals and herbal teas. And not just herbal teas, but green tea as well. Green tea with cinnamon in it, for instance, is a really good one.
Can you tell me about each one
I
of
will
these
tell you
specifically?
about these. Yeah, well, we have Very Berry Venus, which was a very popular one, and it's got high in vitamin C. It has hibiscus in it, but it also has raspberry leaf in it. Raspberry leaf is very good for women, especially women who are pregnant, and if they drink it readily, pretty often, it actually makes the pregnancy go a lot smoother, which is nice, or the birth, I should say. So that's that one, and it's actually tart, and a lot of the guys just like it because it's sweet and strawberry-like and that kind of thing, but there's a real underlying reason for that. And then we got Zen Belly. My mother loves this tea, and she'll get this from me at a pound at a time because she uses it a lot when she has digestive issues. But if you're having like a little bit of an upset stomach or something like that, this is really good for it. It has lemongrass in it, ginger, peppermint. All of these are really good for the system,
Okay.
And chamomile.
And are those two decaffeinated, caffeinated?
Yes, they are. We sell them in, the green bags are all the herbals, and then the black bags are the ones that actually have caffeine. And I brought this one today because this is one that I actually created for a restaurant out in California. They wanted a peach tea, and they were using that Lipton peach syrup stuff. And this, they wanted to get rid of it. A lot of the people didn't like it. It was too sweet. So we created this one that actually has passion flower and orange blossoms in it. It's really tasty. And they order that a lot from me. But
That's really cool. Now you
and I custom blend too. I create for different businesses like around the country. I've created things for them.
We need a Woamtec tea. We have to come up with something. We'll take every adjective. Email me what you think defines a Woamtec woman. We'll take every adjective, and then you have to make a tea.
I will. We will.
Okay.
And we'll donate all the proceeds to Woamtec.
Game on.
Deal?
Woamtec Foundation to help a child and a woman.
let's do
Very
it.
good. That's a deal.
Power.
Thank you. Okay. Okay. The coffees. I think
Now-
the coffee is really cool.
Yeah, these are really cool, and these were created by Caroline McDougall, who I consider a very good friend of mine. She is out in Santa Barbara, California. She's had this company for over since 1995, actually. And it's now becoming really popular out there because a lot of people are getting to a point where they're caffeine sensitive. If you're pregnant, you can't have those yummy lattes and all that you normally have. These are actually herbal coffees that she designed that are alkaline, they're non-acidic or alkaline. They are fiber rich, a soluble fiber, which is very important, and they're organic. They are high in potassium, which is great for heart health. So there's a lot of positives about this particular product, and they come in different flavors. And there's even a way for you to get yourself off of coffee and onto Ticino without all the headaches and all that. There's an entire plan that goes with that. And so you're going to be putting something a lot healthier in your body. You know, it's going to help with the fiber content that you're looking for, potassium, etc., while being alkaline. It's not going to have all that acidic effect in your stomach. And I do a lot of demo work for them as well because I really believe and it's a wonderful product. And she has done a lot of the tea blends or the herbal tea blends for Republic of Tea and Yogi Teas. So she's been around. She knows a lot of people. But I wanted to bring that today because it is something that I do help a lot of people get off their coffee and get onto something a little healthier for them, especially when they come to me with certain digestive issues. They don't realize it could be because of the coffee.
Right, absolutely.
You know.
Well, I think that that's so great, and that's part of the reason why I wanted you on the show today, because we were talking during our business assessment. See, reason number one why you need to do a business assessment, because I would never have met you, or it would have taken longer for me perhaps to have met you.
True.
And when we were talking, one of the things that was brought up is my daughter and her ADHD. And I've always been told, and I've read article and article after article about how what she eats is going to strongly and directly correlate with her ADHD.
Yes.
But knowing where to begin, knowing what to do. So if somebody is out there, maybe they don't live here, maybe they're in Maryland or Georgia or Texas, and they know they have a certain health issue. They know that what they're eating, the processed stuff that they're eating, or the fast food that they're eating, or the Diet Coke they're drinking, or the coffee they're drinking, may be directly affecting their health. Can you Skype a consultation? Because like part of what you do is looking at their total well-being and then helping them become healthier, eat healthier, make healthier choices, correct?
Right. We create what I call sacred nutrition. And we really look at everything, mental, physical, spiritual, emotional. Those are the things that we really take into consideration when we're creating a lifestyle plan for someone. We don't do diet-type programs. And we look at any type of pharmaceuticals they're taking, anything of that nature. We really look at more lifestyle program sorts of things. So it's important that when you're looking at the program that you're on, we look at everything that's going on in your life. Just because two people have diabetes, we need to look at two different ways of looking at it. Their lives are different, their genetics are different, they may be taking different types of pharmaceuticals. So we want to make sure there's no contraindication with anything. But food itself is so important, and a lot of people they don't understand the importance of food. We take food for granted. And everything that we put in cellularly breaks down and becomes part of who we are. And so if you feed yourself bad things, you create a bad environment and you're going to get bad things.
Right.
You know, I heard someone say once before that, are you going to build your body out of straw, sticks, or bricks? Like the three little pigs, so to speak. Who is going to, when the wolf comes knocking, they say, and he will, how is your house going to be built? Are you going to be a strong one and you can fight it, or have you put so much into it that you're not going to get a lot out? And I think that's important. So please stay away from those products. Please.
I think that that's important, and you hear your passion. I can truly hear that you are committed to helping people and to making a difference, and that I applaud you. Now, you do have programs where tell us about your massage program for the people that may be local, because I think that is a stellar opportunity.
Oh, sure.
For those that want to just not only relax, but de-stress and detoxify.
Sure, absolutely. We actually have a couple different membership programs. We have $49 a month is our regular price. Woamtec members get it for $35 a month. And that allows you to get one massage a month. It's 60 minutes, 1 hour. And then you also lock in lower rates for your other massages, like $40 for another 1 hour massage, or $60 for an hour and a half, or if you want another 2 hour massage that month, it's only $75. So you're saving up to $40 because we normally charge $115 for a 2 hour massage. However, we also have a program where we'll kickstart your nutrition as well, which is $150 to start off with and $25 a month after that. Okay. And I do all your meal planning for you, and we do a lot of disease prevention, especially breast cancer month is coming up, and we have breast cancer prevention dietitian-based meal plans that we use. And then we also have the combination. So for $65 a month, you get the massage and the nutrition help. So we really, great. And we aren't in this to get rich, I say, which I shouldn't say that. But we're not in this to get rich. We're really in this to help people, and that's really important. We love what we do. Every day we get up, we thank and have gratitude for everything that we've got and everything that's coming to us. And it's all because of the energy that we're putting out. And
Amen.
I think that's important.
I think that's huge, and you get it. You absolutely get it. $35 for a 60-minute massage. Rock on. What a Woamtec benefit. Tanya's over there. She's in. I'm in. Like, you just got two new customers.
Great.
That is
let me get out the contract.
I think that it's really important to mention, and you did say, let me get out the contract, but let me also mention that you did also say that it's not a heavy contract and there's ways to get out. And it's really just, I think it's about allowing women an opportunity to say, hey, I need to make me a priority. And if I don't make me a priority, what kind of mom am I going to be? What kind of business owner am I going to be? How can I continue to thrive and be successful? If, I told you I had a massage the other day for the first time, Labor Day weekend, and I was like, I forgot how much I needed this, I think it's really important. So thank you for sharing. Now you're going to give away one prize. Two prizes? Okay.
We're giving away something to all of those people that may not be local.
Okay.
We're giving away a 1 hour nutritional consult via Skype or whatever with me. And then we're also giving away a 3-hour wellness package for those that are local. And within the 3-hour wellness package, there'll be a 1 hour massage, a 1 hour nutritional consult with me, and a 1 hour personal training session with one of our trainers.
Okay, I think that is awesome.
And if I can mention real quick, we are also the exclusive wellness center now, Massage and Wellness Center, for Fitness Magazine.
Very cool. Very cool. That is incredible. Well, thank you. All right, this is how we're going to win. If you are not in the state of Florida, if you're not in the Central Florida area and you are logged on live, the first person to post to my Facebook post. So you have to go to my Woamtec Live Facebook post that was posted today, and you have to respond and say, I am a winner. I live here. So the first person that posts there, I will connect and tag you in the comment on that post. And if you are here in Central Florida, 3 hours, that's incredible. So 1 hour personal training, 1 hour massage, 1 hour nutritional consult, 3 hours, incredible offer, incredible opportunity. And whether you're thinking about starting off the new year with a new you, or you want to get ready before the holidays get here, so you're looking and feeling fabulous, then you need to comment on my post and say, hey, I am in Central Florida and I want CJ's help. So I look forward to connecting with you, and I can't wait to see that post soon. CJ, thank you so much for being here today. Can you buy these teas on your website?
You can. Go to www.healingrevolutions.com, and you can click on the book online below or the shop up above, and either way you can get the teas, the coffees, the services, everything online.
Okay, that is awesome. And you can also go to the Woamtec directory and just in the keyword box, just type in CJ and hit enter, and I guarantee you his name will pop up probably more than once. So thank you so much again for being here, CJ. It was a pleasure to talk to you.
Nice talking to you too.
And nice to finally meet you in person. That's awesome. We're going to take just a short break in just a moment so you can learn a little bit more about Woamtec, and I'll be back with you in just a second. Good job. Jeff, I'm talking into his camera, and I'm just going to close when we're done. everybody. Well, we're going to go from being healthy to eating hearty, and we have a special guest that's here with us today. Effie, thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you here, and we're just going to have fun. So, Effie, first tell everybody a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Perfect. I'm Effie with Effie's Culinary Delights. My company, I do full service catering and custom cakes. I do custom wedding cakes or birthday cakes, and so I'm savory and sweet.
And I can tell you that I personally have gotten several things from you. I've gotten the, let's see, pies for all, and pumpkin pies. We've gotten cupcakes and stuff like that. So Thanksgiving is coming up. Now's the time probably to start placing your holiday orders, because I know you do bake.
Yes.
Now, can you ship?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. It's something we're working on, but not yet.
Okay, so you have to come to Central Florida if you want one of her fabulous creations. But today she's going to actually teach you how to make some fabulous creations, which is super exciting. So, Effie, why don't you just talk to us a little bit about what you're going to do for us today?
Well, football season's coming. Well, it's here, right? Last week was the first games, I think, and we all try to think about what are we going to bring to the party. And so today we're going to talk about something healthy to bring to the party and something not so healthy to bring to the party. So I'm going to show you how to whip up a hummus, a healthy hummus. You would think, oh, I'll just stop by the grocery store and pick something up, but it's so quick and easy, and so I'm going to show you. Okay. So in here, Kathleen, we've got chickpeas and garlic, and we are going to add to that 2 teaspoons of tahini. And tahini you can get at the grocery store. It's a sesame paste.
And where would you find that?
It's in the ethnic aisle at Publix. Walmart doesn't have it, but Publix has it. So you're going to add that, and then you're going to add some lemon juice in there. Okay. And then we're just going to whip her up here. And as we whip, it's going to be loud. We're going to add about a half a cup of oil.
Yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy.
We might have to push this down a little bit.
Okay, so chickpeas,
garlic,
and tahini.
And lemon juice.
And lemon juice,
And we still need a little bit more mix in here. Okay, now that we got this all nice and mixed up, we're going to put it in our bowl. And we're going to have that all nice, ready for your friends to come over for the football game this weekend. And we're going to do some variations to the hummus. You can do some nice roasted red peppers on top. But I actually was staying at the Sand Pearl in Clearwater, and they did a hummus with roasted corn and black beans. So you can add a little roasted corn and black beans.
That looks
and
fabulous.
It really brings out the taste of the hummus and gives you different textures, and it's just really, really nice. And it's a healthy dip to bring for the holidays even. You know, when you're thinking of how to whip it up, and literally it was so quick to just whip it up. Everything goes in, and then it's done.
And that is awesome. And what kind of chips do you serve it with?
Those are pita chips. So any type of chips or crackers that you like are good, you know, but the pita chip I like the best with it.
Okay.
So the next one we're going to do is going to be a sweet dip, and it's going to be a key lime dip. So to that we're going to add 2 tablespoons of key lime juice, and you can get this right at the supermarket in the juice aisle where you would get the lemon juice. So you're going to add 2 tablespoons.
Okay.
And we've already got the 2 blocks of cream cheese in there. And then we're going to zest the lemon, and I'm going to have you do this.
Okay.
So you're just going to take it and you're...
Go back and forth. I make reservations for dinner, Effie. You have to help me out here. Okay, go back and forth.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay, but you want to now get to the green part. Go to the next side of the green part. There you go.
Okay. Hey, I know how to zest a lime, Jeff.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Look at there she goes. She's got it.
Okay.
And then that looks about right.
Okay.
So then you're just going to tap that in there.
And this came from your backyard?
Yes, this came from my husband planted that for me. So now you're going to kind of mix this up. and it's kind of hard, so we're not going to be able to finish it on camera today, but you're going to mix this up till it gets really creamy, and you might want to, you might can use it, this way, or you can get the a mixer and mix it up that way, but you're going to mix it and then you're going to form it into a ball. And then once that ball gets formed, you're going to put it in the freezer for about 2 to 4 hours. And then you're going to bring it out and you're going to mix it in some graham cracker crusts. And then instead of dipping it with like chips or something, I like graham crackers, or I love these. These are shortbread cookies, and they taste really good. So you'll just mix all that together. Oh, I'm sorry, you know what we forgot? We forgot the sugar. So we got to have the sugar in there, yes. So we just keep mixing, and this is, just a process of getting all the ingredients incorporated in there. And then it gets nice and good, and once you can form it into a ball, and you might even want to get your hands in there and get messy, but it turns out delicious. It's really, really good.
I'll give you a little tip.
Okay.
I don't cook, I make reservations, but I also don't like getting my hands messy, so I usually put mine in a Ziploc bag to make the ball, and it mixes it. You can mix it all up good, and then you can either squirt it out the end, like if you were making a cake and you were using icing or something like that.
Yes.
So there's your keep your hands clean tip from
Yes,
Kathleen.
yes, absolutely. That's a great tip. And a lot of people might ask, how do you keep it binded together so it stays in the ball? And you'll want to add a little bit of graham crackers to it. And I add the cinnamon ones because, again, it just gives it a little bit more flavor. The cinnamon really does well with the key lime. And that's your binder in there. And that'll keep it binded. But I'll put the recipe online for you so you'll have it.
That's awesome. Looks fantastic.
Yes,
and I know Jeff is salivating over there because that's his kind of sweet.
Yes.
So now this is what looks fantastic to me.
Yes,
So you have to tell
me
me about
This is
that.
the manly dip right here. This is so simple. You take the crock pot, you'll put cream cheese in the crock pot, you put a hot sauce, any kind of hot sauce that you might like. I like Frank's.
What is it that you're actually making here? What is this?
It's a crock pot hot buffalo dip.
Okay.
Yes. And so then you'll add about a cup of ranch dressing in there. And to make it easy, I go get a rotisserie chicken.
Brilliant idea.
And you just skin it, chop it up, and everything goes in there. Put the crock pot on low, and in about an hour, you'll have this yummy, bubbly dip.
Can I try?
Absolutely. It's delicious. And then what I like to do, too, is once you serve it, once you serve it in the bowl here, and you get it in for your guests when they arrive, I put it in the bowl here, and you can use corn chips, any type of cracker, celery, and then I drizzle a little bit of blue cheese on top. And man, it is good.
It looks fantastic.
It
and
is
so
good.
Celery, and then you've got Fritos here.
Yep.
Quick dip that men will like, and so will women, because I can tell
and
you
it's
it was fantastic.
Because when your husband, he'll come and he says, hey, we're going over to our friends to the football game. We got to bring something. And you're like, oh, God, what am I going to bring? I mean, literally throw it in the pot and it's done.
Okay, that is awesome. Effie,
So
thank
that's
you
it. You're
so much.
welcome.
I'm so
Thank
excited.
you.
All of these fantastic recipes will be on Woamtec.com, so look for Effie's Corner. And you can start celebrating right now. Football season is underway, and just get ready to have a super good time. So once again, Effie, tell them how they can connect and reach with you.
You can connect with me at www.effiesculinarydelights.com or check me out on Facebook.
Okay, and I know that we're going to be seeing a lot of you in the future. So
Yes.
cooking show, here you come. I see it in your future.
Yes.
Again, thanks for being here today with Woamtec. It is a pleasure to have you on our visit as our audience, and we look forward to seeing you at the Confident Woman Conference. I wish you all the very best of luck, and I am so glad and grateful to have each and every one of you in our lives as we come together to work hard to empower women, build businesses, and strengthen communities across America. Thanks for being here. See you next month. Have a great day.